Geek Frogs. Hi, my name is Anna and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a very exciting comeback reaction to a group that you probably all know we both like a whole lot. And we'll be reacting to Monsta X.
Yes, so Monsta X just released a comeback. The song is called Rush Hour. And obviously, knowing us, we watched the teaser in advance. And we like them a lot. So, that being said, let's go. Oh, do I have subtitles on? I was gonna say, are there gonna be references to the Rush Hour movies? Oh, that was like my immediate thought with the title.
Oh my god, it's like Western. Why are you wearing a cowboy hat?
Is this because they're coming to America soon?
I love his hair!
Oh, before the rush. Pedal to the metal.
Okay.
Do you hear that background harmony?
Mm-hmm.
It's so high.
They're so talented. Hold on.
I know, I feel like I've just been kind of like in a state of shock because this has been going so... Whoa! That was cool.
It's their... Monsta X.
They've been saying no cap a lot.
Mm. I have no coherent thoughts right now.
Oh, okay. Whoa, goggles.
Oh my god. The accent.
Oh. What?
He's standing on the target, but all of the arrows missed it.
Uh-huh.
They don't miss!
The whistle. They didn't give it closure. They left it hanging, of course.
I will start off by saying I apologize for whatever mess is about to come out of my mouth. I'm a little like, no coherent thoughts right now because it's Monsta X. And I just, wow. Okay, so first of all, they have so much power and they're really showcasing it in this, which I think is definitely a switch up coming off of like Love Killa and Gambler, where it was a little bit more restrained power, sort of like a predator getting ready to pounce. This is like the attack And this might sound kind of strange, so like bear with me for a second while I explain my thinking. But while I was watching the music video, especially during Jooheon's rap parts, I was starting to get sort of that like old debut era Monsta X feeling. Thank you! I'm so glad it wasn't just me! Because it reminded me of like the monster performers like that they were known for being on stage. Obviously they're still fantastic performers, but they've like matured through the years. But this was like, we are here, we are in your face, and it's aggressive and it's attacking, and it just like right from the very beginning sort of came at you. Like it had that whistle intro, sort of like slow, and then I.M was like, eat this, and then it just never stopped afterwards. I think it's interesting having that in my head to compare it to, because it also shows how much they've grown when you look at like the control they have over that power now, which like also no hating on younger Monsta X, like I've been their fan since No Mercy, but there's like so much power that they now also have the control over from years of performing and maturing. And there's so many accents in this that are not lost in all of that power. Like I think I said it out loud. I'm not sure what came out of my mouth during the reaction, to be honest. In the chorus, they do these like kicks on the percussion and they sort of hit like a rebound. And it was less of just like, oh, we're kicking because we've got power and like we're trying to be attacking, and more of like a whip movement with their legs, which fits, you know, the concept. It's a little bit Western. And it's just like small things like that where they can still have that like dominating feeling, but have those like small details because they have so much control over their power. And I was just very much like, the whole time, because it's also in the posturing compared to their more recent Korean releases like Love Kill and Gambler, where it was a little bit more, like I said, kind of predator waiting to pounce, so it was a little bit back. This one was very like up and over and like in your face. A lot of like, I'm just imagining them standing next to like an average sized girl because they're so tall.
What K-drama trope is this?
But like also I know that like they're very polite people, so I'm not like aggressive. We're getting down a weird hole. We're gonna come back. But it makes it feel very intimidating, and also it feels sort of like wild animal-esque. Not in a bad way, but in sort of like a, you have my attention and I'm like, what are you gonna do next? So I can't look away, that sort of feeling. So I just loved it so much. As soon as we stopped filming, I was literally like, Anna, we get to see this live. Oh, we're going to see their concert, if you don't have the context for that. Anyways, Anna's turn.
Hello, so it is time for my comments now, and I think the first thing that I was going to say was, honestly, I thought this right from the start of the song, but I held back from my comments because I'm like, oh, what if it doesn't apply to the rest of the song? But it did. After like the whistling in the beginning, the intro, that sort of is more lax and it like lulls you into a false sense of security. Peyton, you also talked about it too. It's like I.M says his part and then like it doesn't stop until the end of the song. It's like kind of overwhelming with like energy and just like aggressiveness in your face, but also like for the tempo, I kept feeling like this feels like slightly more fast-paced than I would like it to be. Like I wish it was just 1 or 2 clicks on the metronome slower. And I realized like, wait, what if this is the intention of like the overall effect of the song, since it's called Rush Hour? So you feel like you're slightly behind the whole time and you're like, oh, I gotta go fast. Like I gotta like go bali to catch up, like rushing. If that was the intention, I was like, wow, that's genius. But I can't tell if that was what it actually was or if I was just feeling overwhelmed by them. I wonder if anyone else shares similar sentiments. Another thing in the song is like the whistle theme that you hear in the beginning shows up throughout the rest of the song as well. So they kind of have 2 main themes. The other main theme is like that duh. I think that's how it goes. I don't know if those are the right pitches in the song as well. And I was trying to figure out what instrument it was. It's like, is it an electric guitar? Because it kind of has the harshness of it. But when I was listening more closely, I was like, it doesn't sound exactly like an electric. It also sounds like it could be some sort of horn that's been extremely distorted. But the harshness of it is very like aggressive and like off-putting, and that makes sense for the style that they're going for this one. One thing that I wanted to say vocal-wise is Monsta X, obviously amazing singing, but also they have so many harmonies, and I only pointed it out in the chorus, but basically anytime a melody is being sung in this song, there's also an upper harmony accompanying it, and that's just wonderful. But it also like brings that extra layer of energy and like intensity to it because this song is so intense. And then last thing I'm gonna say is, like I said in the reaction, the song doesn't resolve. If you go like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do in a scale, or I guess do, re, be, because I think the song is in minor, they end on the re instead of the do, so there's no resolution with the whistling line. And like, since it's a whistle, it like rings out in the air, so there's no closure, and it's like, anyways, you know what that all symbolizes, so I'm gonna stop here. Oh, but I guess I'm not stopping talking because it's my turn to TLDR. So TLDR for this reaction is, first of all, congrats to Monsta X on yet another wonderful, amazing, fantastic comeback. First of all, before I forget, we are very excited to be able to see this live in a few months, along with other songs that they'll be doing as well. Obviously, this release was amazing and very on brand for the Monsta X style, but they were bringing it back a little bit like more debut era slightly, but more refined debut era vibes, if that makes sense. Either way, we really liked it.
So that being said, if you also really liked it and you want to talk more about Monsta X, we are always ready. Come find us on our socials, linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, then please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!
Bye!